Alright. Aw, no camera today, huh? Alright, hold on a second. I'll try to get the camera working. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Might have gotten unplugged while I was working on stuff yesterday. Here we go. See if that does it. No? A virtual webcam? That's crazy. There we go. Cool. Got it working. Alright. I guess let's go ahead and get some prep done. Alright. Let's see. It's 6:20. We got a game at 8. Curse of Strahd. They're currently in Modified Death House. That's pretty cool. But soon enough, they will be in Barovia. So I need to get some kind of world map. Believe it or not, that was one of the things that I did not get done when I was preparing. So yeah, I guess I need to get that ready. Let me see. I'll drag this overworld map down to here. Now this is the one that's included with Benios maps. So we'll see what we do with this one. And I think there's sound associated with it too. Yes. Oh, jeez, it's pretty intense. All right, let me turn down my volume here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see. Very fancy. Very fancy. Do we want to turn on some kind of grid so we get a better sense of the movement here? And can I right-click teleport to towns? Yeah, I can. Let's give it a shot real quick. View scene. Nice. And then move to world map. View scene. Oh, very cool. Okay. So let's see. Destroyed caravan, black carriage, gates of Barovia. Gates of Barovia. Player map marker. Oh, that's pretty cute. Okay. The Durst house. Perfect. Alright. Dalvin's corpse scene. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so far so good. So, it looks like the map is already set up in hexes. And I believe kilometers. I don't know what a kilometer is. I haven't lived in Europe in forever. Let's go ahead and get that sorted out. So, we're going to toggle navigation, so I always have access to the overworld. And then we're going to go into configurations, and we're going to mess with some stuff. Let's see. We'll Google it. 1 kilometer equal miles. 1 kilometer equals half a mile. Now, I was trying to increase the distance of this whole map to be like 250 across, which is what I did with my test map. So, but I think I deleted my test map. Alright, let's go to the grid, and we're going to measure it in... Am I not in the right? This is where we are. We're in the overworld map. Config. Grid. Oh, there we go. Units, kilometers. Now, I want to switch it to miles. Alright. And then I want it to be, every square should be 5 miles. Okay. So let's see how big across the world is now. It should be like 250. Oh shit. It's 470 miles across. Alright, hold on. Let's see. 5e overland travel. Movement. Alright. Swimming across a rushing river, sneaking down a dungeon corridor, scaling a treacherous mountain slope. All sorts of movement play a key role in fantasy gaming adventures. The GM can summarize the adventurer's movement without calculating exact distances or travel times. You travel through the forest and find the dungeon entrance late in the evening on the third day. Even in a dungeon, particularly a large dungeon or cave network, the GM can summarize movement between encounters. After killing the Guardian at the entrance to the ancient dwarven stronghold, you consult your map, which leads you through miles of echoing corridors to a chasm bridged by a narrow stone arch. Sometimes it's important, though, to know how long it takes to get from one spot to another, whether that answer is in days, hours, or minutes. The rules for determining travel time depend on 2 factors: the speed and travel pace of the creatures moving, and the terrain they're moving over. Every character and monster has a speed, which is the distance in feet that character can move or walk in one round. This number assumes short bursts of energetic movement in the midst of a life-threatening situation. The following rules determine how far a character can move in a minute, an hour, or a day. Alright, travel pace. While traveling, a group of adventurers can move at a normal, fast, or slow pace, as shown on the travel pace table. The table states how far the party can move in a particular period of time and whether the pace has any effect. A fast pace makes characters less perceptive, while a slow pace makes it possible to sneak around and to search an area more carefully. Force March. A travel pace table assumes the characters travel for 8 hours a day. They can push on beyond that limit at the risk of exhaustion. For each additional hour of travel beyond 8 hours, the characters cover the distance shown in the hour column for their pace, and each character must make a Constitution saving throw at the end of the hour. The DC is 10 plus 1 for each hour past 8 hours. On a failed saving throw, a character suffers 1 level of exhaustion. Mounts and vehicles. For short spans of time, up to an hour, many animals may move faster than humanoids. A mounted character can ride at a gallop for about an hour, covering twice the usual distance for a fast pace. If fresh mounts are available every 8 to 10 miles, characters can cover larger distances at this pace, but it's a rare exception, except in densely populated areas. Characters in wagons, carriages, and other land vehicles choose a pace as normal. Characters in waterbound vehicles are limited to the speed of the vessel, and they don't suffer penalties for a fast pace or gain benefits from a slow pace. Depending on the vessel and the size of the crew, ships might be able to travel for up to 24 hours per day. Certain special mounts, such as Pegasi, Griffins, special vehicles such as flying carpets, allow you to travel more swiftly. The travel speeds given in the travel table assume a relatively simple terrain: roads, open plains, or clear dungeon corridors, but adventurers often face dense forest, deep swamps, rubble-filled ruins, steep mountains, and ice-covered ground, all considered difficult terrain. You move at half speed of difficult terrain, moving 1 foot in difficult and 2 feet of speed. So if you cover only half the normal distance, okay. Special types of movement. Movement through dangerous dungeons or wilderness often involves more than simply walking. Adventurers might have to climb, crawl, swim, jump where they want to go. Alright. So I'm going to take all of this for travel pace, and we're going to make ourselves a little journal entry. Unless I already made the journal entry, which could have happened, but it did not. Alright, so exploration and travel, the folder. We'll go ahead and add this in. And this will be travel pace. There we go. Paste that in. Format it. Save it. Alright. So let's see. Fast pace, normal pace, and slow pace. Fast is 4 miles an hour. And they're saying that you could travel for 8 hours a day. 8 times 4 is 32. And I wanted the towns to feel like they were 2 days away from each other. So, with this measurement thingy, let's see. How do I drop measure points with my ruler? Oh well. We'll grab this guy and we'll drag him over. Will we? Pause? Unpause? Can I not move this guy? Oh, I'm still on ruler. Yuck. Alright. So right now, it's way too far. Because just going from Valakai to Barovia is going to be an ordeal. So that's 20. You go around the bend, following the road. Jesus Christ, going down. You got to go down this way. You got to go back over the river. You got to go back around. Oh my goodness. Alright, then you go back here. Go over that river again. Boom. 435 miles. That's a lot. I'm just going to get a calculator out at this point. Alright, so 435 miles divided by 32. It would take 13 days to reach Valakai at that pace. So, how long would it take to get to Castle Ravenloft? Over a day. That's if you cut through the woods. Alright, so... Also, why the hell is it so dark? I think they probably have like a fog of war thing on or something on this map. Let's see. Lighting, fog exploration. Track the exploration progress of tokens, moving the fog of war for areas that have been explored. If disabled, only a tokens... Alright, cool. Well, I kind of ruined that already, so I guess we'll just turn that off. Okay. And do we want to turn on the hex grid so we can see it? That might be kind of cool. So let's see. Grid, hexagon, grid opacity. Turn it up. Ooh, it is kind of uggo with the grid on. Not gonna lie. Alright, that's not too bad. So we need to change it to... Damn, I don't know, 2 miles per grid? Let's see what we end up then. Alright. Measurement tool. Here we go. All the way from the left to the right. That brings it in to 190 miles. Alright, let's try again. Grid distance, 3 miles per hex. That brings us to about where we want to be. Alright. So what if we did 2.5 miles? Will it let us do that? 2.5. Alright. There we go. That makes it about 240 miles across. So every hex will be 2.5 miles. I think that works pretty good. Alright. Are those animals running across the map? Oh, those are birds. Okay. Man, this shit's wild. Alright. I thought they were like bugs or something. Okay. Did I delete the traveling token? I might have. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Let's see. What's this? Barovia Farms. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Actually pretty cool. They can only see things that are within the distance of their thing. That's kind of cool. Alright. So that means from Barovia, if they were to try and get to Valakai, they would have to go quite a ways. It would be... Let's measure it out. Alright. And up and over, and it's like 210 miles by road to get to Valakai. Alright, that's really far. Hey, what's up, Just Jockles? That is really far. It's not like they're gonna have access to magical flight and stuff like that. 210 miles divided by 32. It means it would take almost a week of travel to get to Valakai. That seems really bad. Alright. And then, let's see, to get from Valakai to the Wizard of Wines would be... $87 miles. God damn. I mean, I don't like the world being too small, but I feel like maybe 250 across is too big. Might be too big. So, what can we do about that? I guess we could make the world smaller. Alright. So, let's see. 1 mile. Starting back at Barovia. Yeah, this is on my to-do list of things to prep for the campaign that I didn't get done in time. Oh yeah, these maps are from Benios Maps. They're very nice. Alright, so we're leaving Barovia. We're hugging the road because we want to be as safe as possible. And we're going all along the road. We're going over the bridge. All along the road. Here we go. Following the road. Up and around. It's still 88 miles. So that's much closer to what I actually want it to be for their travel rate. So yeah, we'll just make every grid 1 mile, and I guess we'll call it a day on that. That means that it could take 3 days. So that's 2 nights camping out on the road to try to make it to Valakai. I like that quite a bit. Alright, so that's what we're going to do with that. Now, I don't intend to give them a good map of the world, like, anytime soon. So, this is really just for me to look at, to kind of, like, keep track of, like, where they're going. Because there's only going to be a handful of decent maps in, like, all the world. And Barovia is going to be very much like the village of Barovia. It's going to be very like Detroit. Just like nobody takes care of it. It's completely ruined, sort of thing. What is this Sirapool enchantment? Like what is that for? I don't remember that from the book. The Sirapool enchantment, or the Sirapool encampment, is located in the Forgotten Realms campaign of Nat 19. It's a Vistani camp that both Alexi and Madame Ava belong to. Oh. Okay. So... okay. Yeah, it's this one off the road here. Alright. And then they got Sir Falls. Okay. Alright. So what's the black carriage for? Is there a scene for this? Just this black carriage. Gates of Barovia. Crypt of Bats. What's the Crypt of Bats for? Alright. Curse of Strahd. Crypt of Bats. Hey, what's up? Hold on. Oh, thanks. I have dinner. I'm sure eating macaroni and cheese into a microphone, I'm sure that's not gross. It'll be fine. Hold on. Click. I think I have a mute button. All right. So, if we've established, if we've established that how big the map's going to be, that's good. I probably don't need it to play all these sound effects when I come to the map. So, I'm going to go to ambience, and do they have one? Don't touch teleporter. Really doesn't want me to touch that teleporter. Alright. Let's see. What's playing? Whatever. Alright. So you'll notice that per a lot of people's homebrew, Benios has moved the Dirt's house way down the road here. So that means as they exit from the house, they'll be like the road, and then they could choose to go right or left. And if they go right, they will end up at the gates of Barovia. But if they go left, they will go along the road to the farms and then eventually end up at Barovia. Now, the cool thing here is, based on our measurements and such, it is approximately 11 miles to town, and it looks like 5 miles to the gate. Depending on the time of day that they show up, it could be morning, it could be night, and they kind of have to figure out what direction to go. If they do decide to go right, that's 5 miles added onto the trip, so now it's like 16 miles to try to get to town. It's very interesting. So you're supposed to roll in the adventure every 30 minutes for a random encounter. But every 30 minutes for a random encounter seems kind of extreme. So I changed it in my random encounter tables to be a 15% chance you check 3 times during the day and 3 times at night. So I guess that's like every 4 hours or so. I'm going to check for encounters. And then on the road, it's 15%. Everywhere else, it is more than that. And it says max 3 encounters for 24 hours. So, yeah. Now, with all these encounters happening, I went ahead and I rolled for my random encounters ahead of time. And so that sort of allows me to kind of go through and get the encounters prepped in advance. They're still randomly generated, but this way I have them set to go so we don't waste any time in the session with me rolling and looking stuff up and trying to figure it out. This Ravenloft Barovian Nights supplement has been absolutely fantastic. It contains a lot of really useful stuff, including 101 random encounters to add to what the game already has. The game only has like 20 random encounters, so this was kind of nice to have a bit more. I'm gonna take another bite, hold on. So hungry. Alright. I'm hungry, but I had a lot of stuff I wanted to work on before the game, so I didn't really time like dinner versus working on the game very well. Okay. So I am a little sad that the world has become smaller, but without magic, I feel like 100 miles across is probably good enough. There's only like three towns in the whole world, so, and they're all about, if you could fly, 28 miles away. It looks like they seem to be pretty evenly spaced. 28 and 46. But since you can't fly, it is going to be a little more dangerous to sort of travel between all of these different locations. So, yeah. Man. Oh, right. I was looking for what these are. This is from Dragnacarta's Curse of Strahd Reloaded, which I haven't actually read, but apparently Benios is a huge fan. So, do we take a look at it to figure out what all this extra shit is, or not? We're already using Curse of Strahd Reloaded. Anyways, here's the link to the master thread on Reddit if you're interested. Oh, make the world big, but like increase travel time on roads. Well, we have a way to increase travel times on the roads. It is the wagons and shit. So I picked up various vehicle series from William Bosley, and essentially there are wagons, carriages, and carts, and they're all pretty cool. So they use the system that was introduced in Avernus with the Hell motorcycles and stuff like that. So yeah, there's rules for like how many people are required to pull something and all that jazz. Hold on, this music's like just way too dramatic for me. There we go. All right. So let's see. Intelligent creatures can voluntarily pull or push a vehicle intended for a draft animal. The vehicle's checks and saving throws suffer disadvantage when the vehicle is drawn this way. To draw a vehicle, the intelligent creature must be capable of dragging or pushing the weight of the vehicle, cargo, and occupants. Anyone drawing a vehicle by its harness or pushing it by handholds is considered handholds is considered a part of the crew using an improvised action station. At the end of each hour of travel, the crew serving as a draft animal must make a constitution saving throw. DC is 8 plus the number of passengers plus 1 for every 300 pounds of cargo. Add a +5 to the DC when in difficult terrain. On a fail, the crew drawing the vehicle must stop and rest for an hour. So what is the real benefit other than protection of trying to use these vehicles, you might ask? Alright, so the vehicles have a damage threshold, which will kind of help protect people who are inside. But more so than all of that, they can carry a lot of your gear, which is pretty cool. Then they got rules for the terrain, caring for your animals, draft animals on the grid, grappling a vehicle, mishaps that can happen on a vehicle, vehicular exhaustion. Continuous use of any kind causes wear and tear to a vehicle. When accumulated over time, such wear and tear can stop a vehicle from functioning properly until it eventually breaks down. This can be presented by using exhaustion. When a vehicle reaches exhaustion level 6, its hit points drop to 0, and it breaks down. The only way to remove the effects of exhaustion on a vehicle is to repair it. Here are rules for repairing vehicles. Removing exhaustion from your vehicle, restoring your hit points to your vehicle, crashing your vehicle, crashing into things, falling with your vehicle, and then the different kinds of carriages and how much they cost. And then here's what we're looking for. Speed. Alright. Your speed is the speed of your draft animals, which is pretty damn good. If we go and we look up horses, if you've got draft horses here, Really? Draft horse only has a speed of 40? Damn. Wow, that's really bad. Let's see. Yeah, draft horse really does only have a speed of 40. I like linking exhaustion repairs, easy to track and remember. Yeah, it's a lot of really smart systems in here. So the benefits here are that you have an armored carriage. You're not using any of your own stuff to move. If you have people in the party who have different speeds, you all get to travel at the speed of the horses. So if you do manage to get stronger, better horses, then, you know, that is in your favor. I like this, though, because 40 miles an hour doesn't really change much as far as the travel pace is concerned. Let's see. If 30 miles an hour gets you 4 miles an hour, or sorry, normal pace gets you 3 miles an hour on a 30 speed, you would assume that you get 4 miles an hour off of 40 speed. So you travel 30 miles a day. So it's still going to take forever to get where you're going. So I don't know if I should increase the measurement size or not, honestly. Even by wagon, using the roads, it's still going to take 2 days to get between towns. So I don't think that's that bad. I mean, raw, it takes like 4 hours to get from one town to another. It's stupid. Like the whole world, I think, is like 16 miles across or something. It's absolutely dumb. So I think we could probably make this work. We just have to really push the difficulty of terrain and how it's going to impact everything in the game. But I think we could get by with a mile per grid, because that means that you can see Castle Ravenloft off in the distance, even though it's like 10 miles away. But let's see. And from the town, you can see, like, miles off in the distance, the campfires of the Vistani camp. Maybe on a clear day, you could see 11 miles away from Valakai to see Argynvostholt. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I think that 1 mile is probably going to do us pretty good for this. Alright. So, we have these carriages. I have to actually bring some carriages in. I have a royal carriage already. I think that best case scenario, they're gonna be able to get a hold of a common carriage and kind of pimp it out. So we'll take this common carriage for now, and we'll go ahead and import the stat block for it. There we go. And then I have another carriage that I mentioned, which is the noble carriage. And I'm just going to copy a lot of this stuff over. So let's see. We want a regular carriage. These are from Monkey's set, which is fine. So I could just grab this guy right here. Oh, I want the noble carriage to be black. But we'll go to the common carriage, and we'll go ahead and punch that in. And then under prototype token, we'll copy the settings here. And that is linking the actor and making them neutral. Okay. And then going to appearance and making it 3x6. There we go. And resources, always on for owner. I almost feel like always on for everybody might be better for the carriage, because you could all kind of see that the carriage is in really bad shape. Notice the carriage only has 25 hit points, which is pretty rough. So these carriages could be wrecked pretty easy. Dumber question, but is dark mode on your sheets a module? Yeah, I use Tidy Sheets, and Tidy Sheets comes with a dark mode. It's very, very good mod. All right, let's see. Damage reduction, is it listed with these? Is it under the biography, the journal entry? Where are you listing your damage reduction? Armor class, hit points. Oh, do you not have damage reduction? No, that's crazy. Sure doesn't look like they have it. Let's scroll up. I could have sworn that they mentioned something about that. Draft animals, difficult terrain, bumps in the road, overloading the vehicle, action stations, mishap table, armor class, harness, on wheel and on road. Land vehicles typically made of treated wood. The base armor class, while moving, is increased by its stat block. Damage threshold, here we go. Vehicles have bulk or armor that allows them to shrug off minor hits. A vehicle with a damage threshold has immunity to all damage unless it takes an amount of damage equal to or greater than its damage threshold value. Yeah, so do you have such a thing? It does not look like it. I guess this is just a basic bitch carriage, so. Wow. Alright, now the benefit here is that you do also get, I believe it's half cover while you're inside, or if you're prone inside, you gain 3/4 cover. So, it's pretty good. Alright, and then we've got wagons here. And let's see, wagons follow all the same rules, they just have slightly different stats. So I basically purchased the same product over and over again. To get the different vehicle stats. Let's see. So we got an assault wagon here. That sounds super dope. Drive-by, prone deficiency, protective cabin, shielded coach seat. Sounds awesome. Ambulance, common wagon. Alright, so we can go ahead and import this common wagon as well. I feel like a carriage is more gothic horror than a wagon, though. You know what I'm saying? Oh well. Let's go ahead and put this in. Import. Alright. And let's see. A common wagon. I need one that's got like 4 wheels still. Alright, I uploaded my own stuff too to this vehicles folder. It's not my own stuff, but I mean, it's not from a mod, it's from a store. So let's go to here, and it looks like there's some adorable wagons there. We'll grab this one. Alright. Like so. There we go. And then we'll go to prototype, punch that in, and I believe we said it was 3x6. And link actor, always on for everyone, and oh damn, looks like wagons are a bit more sturdy than carriages. Interesting. Alright, and then the last type of thing is there's carts. And I guess carts are like the jalopy of the vehicle family. Like, they're really like wimpy and they don't give a lot of cover and stuff like that. So you've got barrel cart, literally for transporting barrels. You got a cage cart for transporting like an animal. You got a combat cart. You got a common cart heavy, and then you got a common cart light. And the common cart light is very small. And then you got scaled cart light. Oh, that's pretty cute. Alright, so we'll go ahead and just take over common cart light for now. go. Import. Excellent. And let's see. I'm gonna switch this to say common. And we'll go grab the common wagon. And I think they have like a 2-wheel cart situation. There we go. So grab that. And put that in here. So the cart is also pretty sturdy compared to the carriage. I wonder why the carriage... I guess the carriage is made more for like comfort than it is for like being sturdy. Is going to be my guess. I don't know. Then we're going to go ahead and paste that in. And this is actually pretty small, the cart. So I guess we'll do 1x2 or maybe 2x3 and see how it looks. And then we'll go ahead and turn hit points on for everybody all the time. Alright, let's get off of this map and go to my encounter storage area. Alright, so we'll close this and we'll start dragging out these wagons to see how they look. There's the noble carriage right there, and there's people riding in it, and there's horses pulling it. I know that it looks dumb to use the POG tokens with a top-down carriage, but I think the top-down horses look really dumb, so I don't want to use them. So that's what we're using. So I guess deal with it. Alright, here's the cart. This cart is way too big. Way too big. No, that's common carriage. Okay. So I definitely need to change out the art for this. We will change it to... Oh, I see what happened there. Okay. So we'll do like that. I could probably stand to find some better looking carriages, but I guess this will have to do. Alright, here's the cart, and the cart's supposed to be relatively small, and I think that that is a good size, if you consider the size of the horse. See, horse plug in like that, boom, good to go. Down here, horse would go like that. Good to go. Alright, then what's the other one we made? Common carriage, common wagon. There we go. Yeah, wagon looks pretty good. Alright, sweet. Okay, overall, I'm pretty happy with how these look. So, should be okay as they sort of move around the map. If we were using top-down, the Follow Me mod has a feature called Change Orientation. So whoever is pulling it, if they were to rotate, it would rotate the wagon as well, which is pretty cool. I could turn that on real quick just to... It won't look as good with the top-down horse, or without the top-down horses, but it's still kind of cool. So let me go to Follow Me and orient following tokens. So if this was following this, as this guy moves around, the cart follows him. And look, it's trying its best to like orient to follow him. I don't know. I think it's like kind of adorable. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. So for this, I would have him follow him, and I'd have the cart follow that guy. It's gonna be a little bit harder to do. Alright, so... Alright, I think now if I move this guy... Yep. Oh no! It's spun out of control. There we go. Get them back together. Gotta move real slow. Oh no. It's trying so hard. You know what? I'll fucking take it. Compared to some of the follow mods that I've had to deal with, this is not the worst I've ever seen. The horse is just spilling all over the place. And now they're just being run over by the cart. Alright. Works for me. It's perfect. Yep, that's the word I used. Perfect. Okay. Let's go over our upcoming encounters then, shall we? Since we have settled on how big the world is, we've settled on benefits of using a transportation. So now we'll go and deal with all of this. And I am very curious about Curse of Strahd Reloaded compilation thread. I want to have everything done 100%, which I'm very close to. I want to have everything done 100% before I start trying to layer in more things. So I think we're going to be okay for now. But if we do have more stuff later that we want to add, I guess that's fine. I guess. I am really curious though what this this bat thing is. So we just got Strahd and combat, and that's it. We got adventure hooks, we got Death House, Village of Barovia. Kind of curious about this stuff. Wow, they added a lot of content to Village of Barovia. Jesus Christ. The Village of Barovia, when the PCs first arrive in Barovia or exit Death House, if you keep them, you kept it in Barovia, they encounter a raven with blue-tipped wings perched atop one of the houses, flanking the street. This is Muriel, the were-raven in animal form. She attempts to lead them to the Blood of the Vine Tavern. Muriel is perhaps the most active of the non-Mardukov members of the Order of the Feather, and is a frequent character in your campaign story. Naturally shy but curious, she maintains a raven form while monitoring the characters throughout Barovia, appearing from time to time and assisting them if she believes they are good aligned. In the original module, she appears as a guide in the swamps of Berez. Muriel dyes the tips of her wings blue each month, a vain practice that Erwin has warned her could endanger her ability to remain undercover. While other were-ravens have monitored adventuring parties in the past and grown cynical in the process, Muriel is a newly accepted member of the Order of Feather and still believes that a group of heroes may one day arrive to overthrow Strahd von Zarovich. While she does not reveal her true form unless strictly necessary, she does keep Erwin Mardukov informed of the PC's locations. She may occasionally contribute in combat using the help action if she is nearby and believes the party to be in imminent danger, but only if the danger in question poses no great threat to her. If you choose, you may use her as a replacement of the ordinary were-raven outside of Bone Grinder, providing a callback and a recurring character. Wow, in a WotC adventure? Are you crazy? Angry Mobs of Barovia. The village of Barovia, as destitute as it is frequently a launching point for angry mobs driven towards Castle Ravenloft. 10 to 20 villagers come out of the woodwork once every year or so to save Barovia and are never heard from again. How do you come up with 20 new people every year? Upon reaching the castle proper, half of their numbers evaporate, with the rest swiftly dying or fleeing upon entry. They act together on initiative and charge blindly ahead. Okay. Let's see. Areas of the village. Bildras Mercantile. And there's extra hooks for every location. Oh, that's kind of cool. Some World of Warcraft shit right here. So we got Bildras Mercantile, plot hook, last week's meat. Bildrath Cantamir keeps his inventory stocked by recycling the items he sells to doomed adventurers. If the PCs complain about his prices, he asks the party to retrieve a large leather-bound bundle that he believes to be downstream of the Ivlis River Bridge, south of the village. If the bundle is returned to him undamaged and still tied, he offers the PCs 20 gold on any one purchase. A 20 gold discount on any one purchase. Yeesh. This bundle contains 4 explorer's packs, unopened by the adventuring party that purchased them 2 months prior. Bildrath does not tell the PCs the history of the target, though he does inform the party that danger could be expected. The previous party, a group containing a low-level wizard, cleric, rogue, and fighter, perished soon after entering Barovia, dying at the hands of a marauding tribe of scarecrows. The scarecrows were aggravated by the wizard's raven familiar, a fey spirit that found refuge with the Order of the Raven. The bundle is guarded by a carrion stalker, infesting the wizard's corpse, jumping Jesus, which has been dragged into a small underground cavern adjacent to the muddy riverbank. The corpse, along with the bundle, also clutches a purse containing 3 gold, 6 silver pieces, 21 copper, as well as a muddy spellbook. Most of the spell pages have been rendered unreadable, but the spells Find Familiar, Alarm, Detect Magic are still legible. A character infested by Carrion Stalker's larva can be cured by Father Lucian in Valakai, casting Lesser Restoration. That's kind of cool. 17 pages of extra stuff for Barovia. Yikes. Well, I kind of do want to give it a little bit of a read. But I also want to get my random encounters settled too. So, we still got time. Let's look at our random encounters first. Alright, so this is for Daybreak. So we're going to skip down because this is Nightfall. No, wait, they're both labeled Daybreak. Shit. Alright, then I guess this one will be Nightfall, because that's what's happening right now. Alright, the first thing they encounter on the road is a werewolf in human form. So that is the first encounter they will ever have in my campaign, is a goddamn werewolf. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab werewolf. Maybe? Thinking about it? There we go. So we will grab a werewolf. I don't think the werewolf needs a name per se, but they'll probably ask what the name is. So, let's see. Ravenloft, Barovian NPC name generator. Sounds good. Here it is. I will share it with everyone. It's a Barovian NPC generator. There you go. This chaotic evil female Barovian is named Tanya Laratova. She is a shell and reclusive and cooperative. She's a shell because she was born that way. Shell is a Barovian that has no soul. She is a young adult and has 3 silver teeth. That's awkward for a werewolf. She is a farmer and has a dark fascination with the black arts. Well, we'll just go ahead and take the name. There we go. So, let me duplicate this lady werewolf. There we go. And then we'll go here and get rid of the name. We'll just have Huntress, I guess. Ooh, okay. We just won't tell the players her name. That's cool. And she is neutral, and she bleeds, and all that stuff. Let's go in here. And she can turn into a werewolf, but we're just gonna go with my werewolf humans folder. So we'll just go with this lady right here. All right. Cool. And then, actually, if we did this, and I did this, could I then do, werewolf female, select, go here. I basically built all these to have shifting tokens already, but I didn't think about having like lots of different art for the werewolves, so. Alright, Tanya Laratova. There you go. And can I switch you to a werewolf? I can. Can I switch you back? I can't. But still, pretty cool. Alright, so I could just drag out a fresh one. Bloop. There we go. So, I guess she's going to run into him on the road and just be like, what's up, y'all? How you doing? And then if she thinks she could take them in a fight, I guess she will try to kill as many people as possible, because werewolves are completely immune to harm if there is no magic and there is no silver weapons. And this is the first encounter they're going to have, so that's going to be pretty fucking bad for them. Alright, the second encounter is the Nameless Knight. The tread of mailed feet crunches toward you out of the mist. A figure clad in ceremonial armor tinged with a spectral hue steps out of the fog and salutes you. This phantom warrior was defeated by trickery and magic a long time ago. The angry spirit remains tied to the material plane as a result. Defeating the phantom warrior in single combat without the use of magic allows the spirit to pass on to whatever awaits in the next life. Alright. Let me also, like, pin this to my Curse of Strahd channel so that I don't lose this NPC generator, because it's really good. Alright. Push that in. And pin. Okay. So what is the name of this guy? Garvinsky. No, these are all ladies. Here we go. Oscar Senatrovskow. He is also a shell, and he is goodly. He is a smith, and he speaks explosively. I know a smith that speaks explosively. Alright. So let's get a Phantom Warrior up in here. Alright, and we'll duplicate him. And we'll do that. For some reason, it moves your cursor back to the beginning. We'll do this. It'll be hovered by owner. It'll be linked to actor. It will be neutral. Update. Alright, Oscar, you are the second encounter. Cool. Like, my goal is to keep the random encounter thing, like, just, like, topped off all the time, so that I don't have to randomly do it during play. Next up is a lost cat. There is a kitten on the road. Sorry, I have a kitten right here. That was easy. Let's see. 2 berserkers. Okay. Do we have berserkers? We do. Alright. 2 berserkers. Now, I have a bunch of extra berserker art, so... I didn't put it into, like, subfolders. I have to manually go in and change out what the berserkers look like. That's not too bad, though. Alright. So, I guess, good luck. Berserkers are 62 hit points. So, if they're, like, level 2 or something, and they encounter 2 berserkers, I feel like these guys would probably kick in their buttholes pretty hard. I feel like that's just going to happen a lot to them. Alright. Cool. Next up is Tendrils in the Mist. Mist rolls across your path, familiar fog draping you in obscurity. Strangely, ribbons of red flicker at the edges of your vision. Ribbons of blood? The vessels in your arms begin to rupture, spilling out into the air. What fresh horror is this? This is vampiric mist. This shit is no joke. There we go. I don't know why the vampiric mist does not have its, like, an actual miniature. Maybe I didn't prep it. No, it's got blood and everything. Oh well. Yeah. So here is the vampiric mist. So this stuff has got 86 health. It's a CR6 monster, and it does 4d8 damage to you and absorbs your shit. The only saving grace, I'm assuming, is that it only has a speed of 30. So, yeah. I don't know what they're supposed to do, honestly. I am, like, very concerned that I'm not really going to get to run my Curse of Strahd game. Oh, it's very cheeky. It looks very excited about absorbing your stuff. Well, this information is wrong anyways, because it is supposed to have a flight speed of 30 with hover, not a walk speed of 30, because how does it walk? It's mist. Also, why is this vampiric mist so strong? The vampiric mist that I'm looking at says it's only CR3. What the fuck? Why is this one so good? I don't know. Is this not the same monster? I'm looking at Vampiric Mist, and I got Vampiric Mist. So what? How did your hit points get so good? 13d8. 4d8. This can't be the same monster. Are there two different Vampiric Mists? Alright, let's see. Drag this one in. Oh yeah, these are not the same creature at all. What the hell? Sense Blood. Amorphous Fog Camouflage. Oh! I think I know what's going on. This is the Kobold Press Vampiric Mist. And this is the official Dungeons and Dragons Mist. Oh. Welp. Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. We will call this a lesser Vampiric Mist. There we go. And there. And we'll go in here, and obviously it will also bleed. Yeah, it seems pretty good. Forbiddance. The mist can't enter a residence without the invitation of one of its inhabitants. Life sense. The mist can sense the location of any creature within 60 feet of it, unless that creature's type is construct or undead. Misty form. Can occupy other spaces. Can go through cracks. Sunlight, hypersensitivity, and life drain. The mist touches one creature in its space, and they must make Constitution saving throw, or they lose health. Yeah, so like Vampiric Mist on the left is significantly stronger. Alright. Let's go in here. Look at that adorable Nosferatu. So cute. Oh my god. Alright. And we'll go here. Oh, you actually were a PNG. I had no idea. Alright. My bad. Doesn't that look lame though? It just looks like, it literally looks like a Metroid cloud. Like a cloud that's trying to be a Metroid. I don't know. I think it looks pretty dumb. Here we go. So, I guess we could have them go up against, like, Vampiric Mist normal. And then, like, you know, we'll keep our options open. I like the Cheeky Mist one more too, I'm gonna be honest. Man, it's taking a hot minute to turn all these tokens off. Oh my god. Wow, it's a lot of tokens. Alright. There we go. So spooky! The Metroid cloud! Alright. Curse of Strahd. Metroid cloud. Vampiric Mist. There we go. Really shouldn't have spent that much time trying to figure it out, but whatever. Let's go to... Oh, submit that. We're gonna go to Kosi, actors. You're an undead? Okay. Makes sense. Why are you a monstrosity, though? You should probably also be an undead. There you go. Here. Alright. So, at their low level, with their non-magical weapons and their lack of magic and all that, we should probably consider sending this lesser Vampiric Mist against them. Instead of this ass-kicking Vampiric Mist. So, something to think about. Alright, then their sixth encounter on the road will be Anastasia Karlova. This is the Vampire Bride of Strahd, the strongest of the three brides. I rolled randomly to see which of the four brides it would be. They have one servant, a veteran wagoneer, and one commoner, and she is taking her food home. So this is her food. And this is her. And this is the veteran. He's bald, I guess, even though he had, he's got a helmet on. And then you got a wagon. They got horses and all that. That's pretty dope. So then we have an encounter called Grave. And that is detailed in the actual adventure. So I'm going to go grab that information real quick. I'm going to need the adventure book open tonight anyways, so... Curse of Strahd. Random encounters. Grave. Yes, Grave, yep. This encounter occurs only if the characters are traveling, otherwise treat it as no encounter. You stumble upon an old grave. There is a 25... Here, I'm gonna... you fucker. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just link this, so when I click Grave, it just takes me right to that entry. Look at how smart I am. There we go. You stumble upon an old grave. There's a 25% chance that the grave is intact, appearing as an elongated earthen mound or a rocky cairn. Characters who dig up the grave find the skeletal remains of a human clad in rusted chainmail, a soldier. Among the bones lie corroded weapons. If the grave isn't intact, it has been violated. The characters find a shallow, mud-filled hole with dirt and rock strewn about it. So there's a 25% chance that they find shitty old equipment. What a great encounter. Alright, then there's Mist, and this is called Vile Fog. So you thought that the Vampire Mist was bad. Oh no, there's something called Vile Fog. And Vile Fog is a huge evil elemental. Look at that thing. And this is actually from DM Dave, this Vile Fog. And it is rough. This shit's gonna choke you out. It's gonna choke you out real bad. This is a choke cloud. So, holy shit. So then they've got 7 Strahd zombies. That seems pretty bad to run into on the road. So let's get those out. All my zombies, by the way, are Strahd zombies. I didn't bother with regular zombies. So, here's 8 of these cuties. Adorable. Alright. And then... Nope, sorry, 7. And then the last thing is that they encounter in our queue is a trinket. And so we've got trinket pretty much locked down. We got a trinket table. We can just roll on. Pops out trinkets. No problem there. So overall, pretty cool. Okay. So then what if they go into the woods? What happens if they go into the woods? Well, we got that covered too. They run into Le Ghost. So I guess it's just a ghost wandering around the woods. And then, let's see. They run into the Banderhob. That'll be the second thing they ever run into in the woods. Which, fortunately, we actually already made the Banderhob. Adorable. We even gave it a shifting token, I believe. No, it's not shifting. I just have 2 versions of the token. So they could switch to, like, angry version? Maybe? Nah, doesn't look like I uploaded it. Oh well. And then, let's see. Shrine of Mother Night. Someone has painted a face onto a jagged rock in blood. At the foot of the shrine, tiny skeletons of woodland creatures are piled up in an unpleasant display. Inside is a swarm of rot grubs, the bane of all low-level parties. So let's see. Let's go to our beast folder. I can't believe we don't have rock grubs. Ugh. Alright. Swarm of rock grubs. Get on over here. Blurp. Okay. And let's see. The problem with swarms is they don't import well from D&D Beyond, and most people don't set them up very well either. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. So we'll go ahead and drag over swarm, and we'll get rid of this. Alright. And there's a lot going on with rock grubs that you don't want people to know about because they'll get very scared. Alright. They have a +0 to hit, and they have a reach of 0. So we're just going to make all of this secret. That seems like the best way to handle that. And then we need some art of rot grubs, which there's never a good picture. Ew, that's really gross. I'm sorry, I'm looking at another window. Here's a dude made of maggots. That's pretty good. Here. Go ahead and paste that in. And we'll make this big. It's like they already got him. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Ugh. Alright, so we'll do filter, sharpen, and then we'll do a little brightness contrast. Pump those values up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. That works. Alright, so we'll do Curse of Strahd, Beast, Rock Grubs. Okay. And yep, 30 minutes till game. Thank you, phone. Blood Frenzy. Nope. Devastating Critical. Nope. Yeah, I kind of want to give it a Devastating Critical. Hold on. Alright. So, whenever this creature crits... okay. The target is infested by an additional 1d4 grubs. There we go. Alright, and then let's see, its attack, if it hits at the start of each of the target's turns, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage per rock grub. Yikes. If you drop to 0, you die instantly because the rock grubs have burrowed into your heart and killed you. So yeah, rock grubs are no joke, guys. Please be careful out there. Don't play in this game. That's my first pro tip. Don't play in this game. Alright, go up, up, up. Aw, don't run slow. Come on. You can do it. Almost there. Come on. Come on. Up, 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 up. It's having some API issues, it says. That's not good. Alright. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, are you... Oh, nope. You're not done yet? You cool now? Are we okay? I don't think it's okay. No, it's not okay yet. Nope. Alright. Have you... Nope, you're still upset? Okay, I'm gonna try to... Nope. Okay. How about now? Alright, I'm gonna hit back. Cool. Okay. Yikes. Then we're gonna go to Beast. Then we're gonna go grab the worms. There we go. It was kind of freaking out a little bit. Okay. And then we'll go here. Same deal. I guess these will bleed like a brown, like an orange, like a burnt orange. That'd be kind of gross. There we go. Alright. And then we'll change out the attack thing to just be the worms again. Nice. Okay. Seems good to me. Let's give them cornered. There we go. Alright, cool. So now we have those guys done. Let's go back here. Alright, so we got ghost, frog, worms. What else we got? Hunting trap. I did make that. Here we go. Here's the hunting trap. It looks so good. Alright, and then we've got needle blights. That seems pretty easy to deal with. Alright, so... Okay. And then next up is Knights of the Living Dead. This encounter is bananas. The groans and shuffling feet of the living dead reach your ears on the wind. It seems to come from all directions, the creaking steps and bustling stench indicating the arrival of peril. This encounter only occurs at night. Undead converge on the party's location in vast numbers, and the wise would do well to flee quickly. The round after the noises start, 2d6 zombies appear through the darkness 100 feet away from the party, spread out in all directions. Each round thereafter, 1d4 additional zombies appear from random directions. This continues indefinitely until the characters flee, are rescued, or perish. So in a game without XP, and you're just using milestone, this is a pretty horrible encounter. So yeah. All right, then we have a hidden bundle, which is right here. So go ahead and take an anchor link for that. Hidden bundle. Let's see. The characters find a leather-wrapped bundle hidden in the underbrush, stuffed inside a hollow log, or nested in the boughs of a tree. It contains one set of common clothes for a human adult. That's it. You just keep finding people's clothes stashed in the woods. Alright. And let's see. They find that twice, by the way. They just keep finding people's clothes. Alright, what else we got? The hunting trap. I could do the shortcut for that real quick. There we go. Okay, and then we've got the Deadly Nightshade. This surprise encounter occurs as the characters pass by innocent-looking foliage. Lurking in the bushes is an evil belladonna plant that lunges at the nearest potential victim. A werewolf hit by an attack from this plant is cured of their lycanthropy. That's kind of dope. So belladonna is going to be like a harvestable ingredient that will help cure lycanthropy. So we need belladonna vine. I guess this will work. Alright, so we'll take this, and we'll go in here, and we'll paste that in. And we will enlarge it, thusly. Alright, and then we'll go to Filter, and we'll stylize, oil paint it. There we go. Maybe twice. There we go. That might have been too much. And then we'll go and we'll push the brightness and the contrast a bit. There we go. Alright, so this is Curse of Strahd, Belladonna, Assassin Vine. Where is all this from? It is from 101 Barovian Nights. All these extra encounters. Here we go. Barovian Nights, a Curse of Strahd expansion from the DM's Guild by Oliver Darkshire. Hashtag not sponsored. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's got a lot of good shit in it. It's a very good book. I wanted like travel to really feel like rough as hell, so it's really nice. Oh, I already made an Assassin Vine that shoots acid. Oh, whoops. Alright, well, we'll just duplicate it. And we'll have a Belladonna Assassin Vine. So, Belladonna. Oh, it's two ends on Belladonna. Alright. Belladonna Assassin Vine. Cool. Go in here. And let's see. Yeah, you bleed green. That's fine. Well, you're a Belladonna plant. You should bleed purple. That's pretty. Okay. So I guess I'll get rid of Acid Splash and Poison Spray, though. Save that for another day. Alright. So this is just constricting and causing a shitload of poison damage. Beautiful. Alright. Go ahead and grab Belladonna Assassin Vine. Cool. And prototype. Cool. And close that up. And drag this over. Lovely. Alright. And let me see. Belladonna completely curing lycanthropy. This plant, this specific living belladonna would do it, but the belladonna flowers will be part of the cure to cure lycanthropy. I'm not going to make any of the curses in the game easy to cure, though. Alright. Then we have Woodbreaker Dryad, which I'm using the Briar Witch Dryad for that. So I already got this Briar Witch Dryad. And basically in this encounter, a tree just ahead of you suddenly cracks near the base and tumbles forward with a sickening lurch, threatening to crush you flat. Characters in the way of the tree, 60-foot long, 50-foot long line, must succeed a dexterity saving throw or be crushed by a tree. This tree falling is caused by the evil tricks of a Woodbreaker Dryad, once a helpful forest spirit corrupted by the druids of Yesterhill into a murderer. The Dryad follows the party through the woods, breaking a tree in a similar manner every hour. So that's what's happening there. Yeah. So again, I'm not making this based on their level. This is just whatever they happen to encounter out in the world. If you've ever played Skyrim, where you remove like the level meter from the game, and like the random shit in the world could be any level, and like you get chased by a goddamn level 50 Minotaur for 17 miles, weeping openly the whole time. Maybe that was just me, but like that was my experience with the mod. I guess that's what's going to happen here. So they have to know that they can't win every fight, and they may have to run away from stuff. Alright, and then there was the river/lake encounters, which I guess we'll do those really quick. So basically, there's a hunting trap along the shore. So that's kind of already taken care of. I probably need to organize this encounters queue. Maybe like color code the background or something, or like create zones so that I just don't come over here like randomly looking for shit. I could be like, oh, this is the next one in line. That might be much better. Then we got encounter number 2, something in the water. A lilting refrain meets your ears, carried across the waves. Walking on the surface of the water, a dirty figure in gray rags is singing at the sky. The words are guttural and harsh. The druid is singing a song in abyssal. Those who understand the language can decipher phrases of it, revealing it to be a distorted incantation of summoning. If allowed to finish his work, whatever he is attempting to summon does not appear. Then he is dragged below the surface of the waves with a single shriek by something unseen, and he never resurfaces. Well, I like that. Alright, so I'll grab this druid, put them over here. Listen, Josh, listen. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Like, I hope they don't die. I guess it'll be the shortest campaign I've ever run. We'll see. Maybe they'll just never go in the woods. Maybe they'll believe me when I say that the woods are dangerous. I don't know. Let's see. Night of the Living Dead. Again. Well, that's rough. Alright. Then they got 3 swarms of ravens. I believe I have some ravens. I do. I got so lazy with the swarms. There we go. Just have these top-down ravens. Okay. And then Sudden Storm. Rain begins to pour down from the gray skies, blurring your vision. Thunder booms overhead, and the downpour threatens to soak you through. Then a translucent hand snaking through the water comes towards you. It's a water elemental. An evil water elemental, which I already have prepped. Look at that guy. So spooky. So anyways, those are our random encounters for the next few areas. I don't think they're going to be going to the swamp or the mountains anytime soon, so I didn't bother to do that. Yeah. But now we have 25 random encounters loaded up and ready to go, which is great. So the next thing I want to do with the couple of minutes I have left is I sort of want to look at these, I sort of want to look at what's going on here, because this seems like a pretty dope guide, this Dragna Carta guide. I deliberately avoided it because I didn't want to get overwhelmed by all the extra content that people had made. but I feel like these could be pretty good. So let's do a quick read through. And I think I shared this to chat already, but this is the document that I'm currently looking at. Okay. So what do we got here? Bildress Mercantile, Blood of the Vine Tavern. All native-born Barovians fear to utter the name of Strahd von Zarovich. They believe that merely speaking his name gives him power and draws his attention upon oneself. This is a myth. However, it is part of Barovian culture to refer to Strahd as the Devil. In Barovia and Valakai, the Beast in Kresik, and the Count for those who serve him. The Vistani name him freely, calling him Lord Strahd or Count Zarovich. For this, Barovians fear, in some cases quite accurately, that the Vistani serve him. After all, who else could speak the name of a devil with such impunity? Should you need to replace any deceased characters after Death House? Alright, I got it. 15 minutes. Thank you. Should you need to replace any deceased characters after Death House? Wow. Maybe. Or if you have any new players joining the campaign, the Blood of the Vine Tavern is a good place to encounter any new PCs. These PCs may have newly arrived in Barovia using one of the module's adventure hooks, or they may be the survivors of a previous adventuring party that got fucked, such as the party referenced in last week's meet. They may also be natives of the village of Barovia, such as the child, the Barovian hunter or trapper whose parents went missing in the woods, a budding mage who seeks to gain power to escape Barovia, an acolyte of the local church seeking to end Donovich's misery, the elder sibling of a child sold to Morgantha for her dream pastries, seeking revenge on the hag and safety of her brother or sister, Irinya or Ismar Kolyana, for your consideration later in the chapter. I already intend for Ismark and Irinia to be playable if people want to, if they take them on as companions or whatever. The nature of the Soulless. The nature of the Soulless can provide a source of intrigue for your players as they explore the settlements of the NPCs of Barovia. Residents of Barovia, Valakai, and Kresik call them Mist Touch, believing their spirits to be choked by the dark fog that surrounds Barovia. Those Barovians with a more animated spirit call themselves Sun-Touched, but mentioning either of these names around a Soulless is incredibly rude taboo. Only Strahd, Madame Eva, the Abbot, the Hags of Old Bone Grinder, Baba Lizaga, and a few others know that Mistouch lack a soul entirely. Alright. Alenka, Mirabel, and Sorvia are the Vistani owners of the Blood of the Vine Tavern. As written, they are ordinary Vistani who happen to own land in Barovia. You may also run them as Mortu, or Vistani outcast, as described below. If you do, change the source of Radu Radovich's connection to Strahd from Sorvia to Aragol and apply the following points. These three women are no longer welcome in Vistani camps. As Mortu, they have no friends or family among their own culture. They have been stripped of their evil eye, and they lack the minor precognition common of other Vistani. The sisters are cruel and shallow individuals and were exiled from their camp as younger women. They mocked their people's beliefs in favor of the trappings of civilization. They were cast out as Mortu for the crimes against other Vistani. As lawful individuals with respect for Vistani, Strahd refuses to associate with them, and so avoids using them as spies, instead using the soulless Eric as a focal point for his scrying spell. Should the PCs ask the Vistani about Ismark, the trio speak of him with disdain, calling him Ismark the Lesser, Ismark the Limp Dick, Ismark, the cut. Wow, this is getting really out of hand. And placing him thoroughly in the shadow of his late father. The Vistani, if asked, are happy to provide directions to Madame Eva, provided the PCs shake down the drunken Radu Radovich for the money he owes them. A total of 5 gold pieces. Man, I wish I had more time to read this. This is some good stuff here. Oh, you helped make that document? Oh, wow. Okay. Getting to know you, Radu Radovich. Radu Radovich is a member of Aragol's camp and a frequent visitor to the Blood of the Wine Tavern. In the past, he fancied Elidor. Well, if they hear the name Aragol a second time after Aragol screwed them over, they're definitely going to take that hint and try to go find Aragol like right away, I think. So, the relationship was a little more than passing fling. But deeply possessive Radu was enraged and offended when Elidor's father, a soulless Fletcher named Chorel, discovered them and forbade Radu from darkening the doorstep. In his bitterness, the drunken Radu raved to Sariva, one of the 3 Vistani owners of the Blood of the Vine. Sariva, one of Strahd's Vistani spies, told Radu that Count Zarovich was known to reward his Vistani servants and told him how to offer his services to Rahadin, the master's right hand. Currently, Radu is in Barovia on a mission from Aragol, commanded to search for the missing Arabelle. Radu is instead slacking and drinking, convinced that the girl is long since dead. He arrived yesterday morning and is yet to pay his tab, aggravating the bar's 3 owners. If he overhears the PCs agree to escort Irina to Valakai, he shadows the party while they linger in Barovia, eager to earn Strahd's favor by providing them information on their histories, personalities, names, or abilities. Should Strahd become interested in the PCs, Radu follows them on the road, gathering more information to deliver to his master. Well, I don't think I have a character named Radu, because I don't think this character exists, except in this homebrew. Let me see. Radu Radovich. Is there a picture of this man? Not really. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking picture. We'll use that one. Alright. Aw, man. Only 10 minutes left. Well, I don't think they're going to make it too far into things today, so I'm not overly concerned about having a bunch of stuff ready in Barovia. I think that they will be... I think we have enough. So, alright. Let's save this out. Curse of Strahd. Radu Radovich. Alright. So he is a member of the camp. So he is a Vistana. Alright. What is like the shittiest Vistana? CR1... Alright. So... Oh wait, what about the Kolya? It's also CR1. I thought I had 3 different flavors. Yeah, that was way too strong. Alright, we'll go with the Stronk one. There we go. Which is the Alexis. Alright, so let's duplicate that. Okay. And... oh no, you can't post a picture in there, you silly goose. Alright. Grab that. Get rid of that. Go in here. Punch that in. Link actor. Turn on your blood. Let's see. Hovered by anyone is fine. Resources is fine. Good. Go to appearance. Yeah. Sadly, this will be the last thing that we prep, because then I gotta get ready for the game. Let's see. This would be under humanoids, I guess. Minor NPCs. There we go. Radu Radovich. Alright, update. Update. And I guess we'll go put Radu in the tavern so I don't forget about him. So let's see. Village of Barovia, Blood of the Vine Tavern, first floor. This is the second session, so they have just realized that the Death House is not a good place. So that's kind of where we left off, is them realizing that the Death House is not a good place. Alright, so Radu Radovich. He's just going to be sitting at the bar, and he's just running up a tab. There we go. Alright, sweet. Alright. Thank you, everybody, for you're making me want to run this for the 100th time. I mean, you have, Scatric, you got access to all these tokens I made. I made like 50 more villagers yesterday on my lunch break. I got a lot of good stuff going on here. Just saying. Oh man, what? I didn't know. Oh, alright, hold on. I'm gonna post this up too. There's good Visani art. There's just good stuff everywhere. So much good stuff. This is like the most well-supported campaign I've ever seen. It's such a joy to run this campaign because there's just so much stuff made for it. It's just stupid, the amount of stuff there is. Like, it's awesome. I've enjoyed prepping it, and so far I'm enjoying running it, so we'll see. Yeah. So yeah, they've got Death House this week, then we're off next week for Thanksgiving, so I got plenty of time. I was really dumb. I'm gonna waste a little bit more time. I was really dumb in my prep, so I put everything alphabetically, and I prepped like from the top to the bottom. So like I prepped like the Abbey and the Amber Temple in Argynvostholt and the entire Castle Ravenloft before prepping like the fucking towns and stuff, which was really dumb. My argument to myself was if I did it alphabetically, I would force myself to prep everything because all of the villages start with V and they're at the end. But I kind of kicked myself in the pants because with Extra Life and then with the publishing project I took on, I didn't have the time to actually finish. So all of the villages are still not prepped, which really sucks because when I prep the villages, now I have to prep them like 3 times. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be prepping again Sunday morning, my time, Josh. So that would be like afternoon time for you on Sunday if you want to hang out then. It'll probably be from like 8 a.m. to like 9:30 or something. So, all right. I'm done for now. I'm going to run a game. Dom Odyssey on Twitch is going to be streaming it. I can't host it, but I'll be there. So maybe I'll see you at the game. Otherwise, I will see you next time.